Yep, you guys, I'm guilty. I bought more Charlotte Tilbury. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you saw in the intro, I caved and bought more Charlotte Tilbury goodies. If you saw my video from a couple weeks back, I bought a number of products from her new Pillow Talk expansion, and there were some things that had been on my radar for some time, but I never purchased. And when I placed my initial order, I thought, okay, I can live without them. But after getting those items and using them for the short amount of time that I have had them, I couldn't stop thinking about the items I initially passed on and had been wanting to add to my collection, had been considering to add to my collection, and we have added them to my collection. So here they are in this big box, which honestly I think is a bit much considering what I bought, because I bought a few things, but I don't think they warranted this box. But you know, that's okay. I can always reuse and recycle these boxes so they never go to waste on my end. Here are the goodies. As I did with the last video, I did check and make sure that everything was okay, and I did look at them, and I was tempted to use them, but I haven't because I hadn't filmed this video yet for you guys. So I wanted to keep everything in brand new, just from the store or company warehouse condition before I started using them. So let me jump right in and show you what I decided to finally cave and purchase and bring home to me. So let me take out this first padding here and actually toss them to the ground, because then I won't have room. You'll see, that's what I bought. A few items, maybe because of that larger palette in the back. That might be why I got this bigger box, but whatever, who cares? So these right here, you can hear them. Rock and roll, just kidding, rock and coal. Eyeliners, I got the 3 that I had on my radar. I know in the video I had mentioned that I wanted to get the navy color. I did not get navy. I got their black, their brown, and their Eye Cheat color, which is the one that you would place in the waterline. So I will show you those in a moment. First, just want to get everything out of the box and show you, and then once I have a little more room on this table in front of me, we'll get down into the details. I purchased, of course, since I did that Pillow Talk unboxing video a couple weeks back, I kept telling myself I could live without it. I don't need it. I have these 2 quads. It's just repetition. No, I got it. The Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. Ooh, it's so pretty, you guys. I can't wait to show you. And then this was actually a palette that I had on my radar for months and just kept not purchasing, telling myself, again, I can live without it. I don't need it right this second. But when I decided to pull the trigger on these few items, I decided I'm going to get this too. And it is the beautiful luxury palette quad in Bella Sofia, which was formerly called Dolce Vita. So that is all that was in this box. Get this out of the way and we'll get into the details here. We'll start with the eyeliners. Like I said, I bought the brown, black, and Eye Cheat. The Eye Cheat is called Eye Cheat, and the black color is called Bedroom Black. Brown is called Barbarella Brown. So let me get these bad boys out of this box so I can show them to you. Shouldn't take too long right here. Trying to make it a fluid reveal, but I guess that's not going to happen. 2. I was kind of hoping all 3 would slide out at the same time, but that's okay. So here they are, the eyeliners, and you can tell from the tips here the colors. So we've got the Eye Cheat here, Bedroom Black, Barbarella Brown, and I'll flip it over so you can see the names. Hopefully, if things will focus. As we know, my camera isn't very good with the autofocus, but you know, you can make it out a little bit, I hope. And let's pop off the tops here so you can get a look at the colors. As you can see, the Eye Cheat is the nude color. That is the one that you would place in your waterline, and the premise in having a color like this, it kind of makes your eye bigger and look wider and more, you know, bright-eyed. So I was really intrigued by it. I did go into my local Nordstrom to try it out, and I have to admit that when I went in, I had no makeup on, so when I tried it, I felt like I looked a bit weird, but the sales associate assured me that if I had actual substantial makeup on, and not substantial, but you know, not completely barefaced, it would actually look really good. And I did kind of start to put some makeup on there, nothing too crazy, and saw that, you know, my eye was getting used to it, and it obviously made more sense in my waterline with a little liner, a little mascara, and things like that. So I got that for my more glam days. The center right there is Bedroom Black, and the one right over here, that's Barbarella Brown. And if you saw my video when I had purchased the Pillow Talk color, I applied it on camera and it just glided on so easily. That's what really sold me on this, was just the ease with which the color came off the pencil and onto the eyelid. You weren't sitting there going back and forth like you're coloring in a picture. It just came right off the pencil onto the lid, no issues. Really, really great formula, and I just liked the application of it. That, I mean, so much so that here I am purchasing 3 more within a couple weeks time frame. I will link everything down below in case you are interested in checking them out for yourself, wanting to purchase, not purchase, up to you, but they will all be in the description box down below, the items that I've purchased here, so that you can check them out at your leisure. The next beautiful item is the Pillow Talk Luxury, or rather Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. It has 4, it says here, 4 buildable magical Pillow Talk eye looks. And I will open it and show you. Some of you may already be familiar, but it's basically, I got 4 different Pillow Talk looks in here. They're called Day, Desk, Date, and Dream. Now the angle isn't going to be ideal because we've got a mirror going on here and I don't want to blind you guys, but here is Day, Desk, Date, and Dream. So let me remove this little clear layer here and show you. Trying to figure out the best way to do this without blinding you guys. So here you go. This is Dream, and starting from here, so we're going in reverse order because of my pinky and me not trying to blind you guys. Dream is over here. Then the next one over is Date. The next one over from that is Desk. And the next one over from that is Day. This is the beautiful Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I tried to convince myself that I could live without it, but that didn't work very well. It worked for a little bit. I would say about two months or so, I was able to convince myself that I could live without this, that I have similar colors, but yeah, ultimately Charlotte Tilbury won. And now I have this beautiful, beautiful palette here. So I'm really excited to get cracking into this Pillow Talk eye palette and using it with time. I think it's going to be really lovely. And I didn't specify when I was showing you the different looks here, the Day, Desk, Date, and Dream. But if you can see here on this clear cover, each one of those looks has a prime, an enhance, and a smoke. So there are 4 instant looks, kind of takes out the thinking element of it for you. So you know that if you want to go with this coloration, here is the prime, here is the enhance, and the smoke. Prime, enhance, smoke, prime, enhance, smoke, prime, enhance, smoke. And it's just a really nice way to have your eye look kind of predetermined for you. And obviously you can mix between these colors. You can, you know, if you have the Pillow Talk Eye Quad that I have, either the Luxury Palette of Pops or the OG one, the Quad, you can also pull those out, mix and match with them. And the sales associate, when I was at Nordstrom, showed me what she does and how she incorporates this particular palette with those quads, and the looks that she showed me looked amazing. So that was kind of a really good selling point on her part to get me to purchase this and add it to the other 2 quads that I have. It's just gorgeous. I highly recommend checking it out if it's something you've had your eye on. I think the colors in here are just stunning. And just a random side note, this Date palette here is the palette that Charlotte Tilbury used on Salma Hayek at the Golden Globes. So that, if you recall her makeup look from that event, if not, Google it. She looked stunning, and this was the palette that they used on Selma to give her the gorgeous look that she had at the Golden Globes this year. So little tidbit for you. Lastly, I purchased another eye quad that I had had my eye on for some time. I had just loved the colors, and the model that they had where they showed this palette on that particular model had the similar complexion as me, and it just looked absolutely stunning on her. So this quad was on my radar for some time, but again, as I was trying to do with the pillow talk, I kept telling myself I don't need it, or not right now, maybe in a month, yada yada yada. And that actually held out a lot longer. I think I might have gotten close to the 1 year mark before I actually caved and bought this one, but like I said, I was planning to add it someday, and the time was now. And like I said in the initial intro beginning part of this video, it was the Bella Sofia eye quad that used to be called Dolce Vita. And if I recall correctly, she renamed it. I think it was named after her nieces. And this is it. It's just gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful colors. We've got, as she always does with her quads, the prime, the enhance, smoke, and pop. And if you recall from my last video and unboxing, the pop is the one that you are typically suggested to use your finger to apply, because when you try to use a brush, it doesn't catch it well and doesn't really apply very well. But if you use your finger, the color really pops and shows up a lot better than if you were to try to use a brush. But these colors are just stunning. I don't know what it is about these colors, but you know, I've seen it in person before many times, and I knew what to expect when I got it in my hands and finally owned it. But even when I got it in my house and opened it, I was like, oh, I just love these colors. Again, this quad takes the thinking out of the eye makeup process. You don't have to wonder which color should I use for my smoke, which should I use to enhance. It's all predetermined for you right here in this quad. And I think this will be fantastic to use in a pinch when you want to look fabulous and just don't want to think about it, and also for travel. I mean, this is a fantastic neutral look that I think would go with any and all outfits and makeup, lip colors, blushes. I think it's just incredibly versatile and neutral, and just a great palette that will go well with pretty much anything. So I'm really, really excited to have finally purchased it and added it to my collection here at home. And I can't wait to use it and come back and circle back with you guys some point in the future and let you know how much I'm loving it. I'm sure it's going to be high praise for this particular palette along with everything else, because truly everything I've purchased from Charlotte Tilbury up until this point has been nothing short of spectacular. No regrets with anything I've purchased. So I don't think you can go wrong with her brand, whether it be any of the items I've showed you here in my last video or getting something that I did not touch on at all. I think just overall this brand is fantastic. I'm just so pleased, and I'm very happy to have further expanded my Charlotte Tilbury collection, and I'm sure this isn't the end. I'm sure there will be many more videos in the future where I tell you, look what else I bought. For example, as you know, or may not know, when you order from Charlotte, they do give you 2 free samples, and you can pick whatever samples you want. And lately I've been asking for the Hollywood Flawless filter. And before I jumped on to film this video, as you can tell, I have pretty much nothing on, but I did put the Hollywood Flawless filter on my face in fair, and I think it was light beige, the 2 lightest ones. And I'm really liking it. So I foresee myself buying that now in the future. God help me. It's just initial thoughts here just from having it on. It's just a great way to kind of filter your face without having to go through the whole foundation and contour and highlight. I mean, if you just want to hop on like I'm doing right now before I go run my errands to just film this unboxing with you guys and share my unboxing with you, just throw this Hollywood Flawless filter on and look. I think it looks great. I mean, prior to filming, I had just come in from an outdoor walk and it was a little crisp out there. I came in looking a bit red, and I did wait for the color to come down a bit before filming, and still I felt it was a little red, and just felt a little uneven, but I didn't want to do the whole foundation and that whole process. So I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity. Let me try the Flawless filter. And here it is. And the samples are small. They're probably not even enough to apply to the whole face. I just kind of applied it to the problem areas, and look at it. I think it looks fantastic. So I definitely see myself purchasing the Hollywood Flawless filter and adding it to my collection, and probably sharing it with you guys in the future, the unboxing, the reveal, all that fun stuff, because it's fun. Come on. I don't know about you, but I love watching unboxings on YouTube, so I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying them as well. And yeah, that is it. Just bought these few items that I had on my radar. They're here now to stay. I love them. I can't wait to use them. And I'm sure I'll be circling back with you guys in the future, perhaps sharing a how-to or just showing you how they look. And, you know, who knows? I don't know. Now I'm just rambling, but I'm very excited for these latest additions from Charlotte, and I hope you like them as well. Like I said, I will link them all down below so that you can view them at your leisure in case you want to check them out for yourself. And with that being said, we have reached the end of this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, and ding the bell so that you are notified the next time I do upload a video, because I would love to have you back. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!